Okay. So, now I need to... So we're generating tiles now, which is good. That's what I wanted to do. Somebody's bass is kicking outside my house right now. Now we need to... I want to set up hallways. So I've already got some code here written, but I need to put it with this. The other problem is the way I'm doing this is a little wrong now. So I have to... gotta get a little creative with this, I think. Might have to change up the way I'm doing it. Okay, so since we know that it works like that, let's change the way we're doing it. Actually, in preparation for that, let's do this. Public location tile location. We'll just call it location. And this is going to be the location slash room the tile belongs to. So instead of adding it into a room, instead of adding the tile into a list, into a tile collection of the room, you add the room to the tile. The reason I need this is for the player. Based on the location, it's like it holds what kind of monsters are in the room, that sort of thing. Whether you can get into the room without a key or anything, that sort of stuff. So I need to know the location that the player's in. And then if we go to the location code, so yes, you can see like an item required. Maybe you could set something like that, or a monster that's living here. I don't think I need transitions, but I'll leave them in. I'll take out the tiles though now. We're changing that. We're not doing this anymore, because that's not going to work in the long run. Now if we go back over to dungeon generation, our code is going to break. Yeah, okay. So we still need to add this tile somewhere though. So we'll do a public list of tile and just call it tiles. So now it's not a tile per room. We're not checking for a tile per room, we're checking for a tile in the entire dungeon. Okay. So this will be... So we'll probably want a maximum dungeon size then. So we'll throw in some... We'll do this. We'll do public int dungeon width. And this is just going to be the number of tiles. Get set. It's just going to be the number of tiles that you can place. It's not going to be like width in pixels. It's going to be the width in tiles. Number of tiles wide the room. dungeon layout is. And that doesn't necessarily mean there'll be a tile in every... Alright, yeah, there won't be a tile in every available space. We'll do this, this, and dungeon. Height. The number of tiles high. The dungeon layout is. Now this is going to then make it a little bit more complicated. Close that summary. Let's get all that space. And when we want to be able to create a new dungeon, we want a dungeon constructor. So public dungeon generation. So we want int w and int h. I might go back and change those parameters later so they're more readable, understandable, but got a snapshot. Check that while doing this. Dungeon height equals h, and dungeon width equals w. To build, okay, so generate room. What does this function take? Takes a room name, a room description. For right now, we'll leave those to just be empty strings. We're gonna and then we'll get rid of them here. I want to try and reduce the number of parameters I have. Player facing we're not even using anymore, so get rid of that. The reference player X, player Y we'll get rid of. Don't need that. So now we have the biome of the room, the ID of the room, the width of the room, and the length of the room. Probably don't even really need the... Yeah, we'll leave the ID of the room. Now we do that. And we get rid of those. Okay. And then in generate tiles, we do this, and tile dot location equals rooms room number. Okay. So that generates one room. Now if we run this as is, build it, nope. No, forgot to change things. Oh. Okay, KC. Control KC. Okay. So yeah, the hallway code is gonna have to change anyway. So, no harm, no foul. And for the width of the dungeon, we'll make it 100 by 100, just for space right now. It's not going to do anything to it immediately, but instead of room dot, okay, so we don't care about the rooms anymore. So now we care about, for each tile in generation, dot tiles. And that'll add it into the world. So this should still work. Oh. Oh, tiles is not initialized, that's right. Where's my constructor? There we go. That's not what I wanted to do. But that'll work. Yes. Rebuild. And run. Okay. Cool. Aha. That's kind of that's kind of what I was hoping it was gonna do. Cool. So now you can see it tried to build 2 rooms because it's not doing it on individual room basis now. Which is good. That's what I wanted it to do. Although I need to put in some checks in there to space them out by like 1 tile. Cool. We're getting somewhere. I like this. So now that that works the way I wanted it to, sort of, it had a result that I wanted, we will start working on the hallway code. Let's uncopy this now that we're... And again, we don't need room number, we just need tiles. So this is checking. So this is the vertical hallway. So this is a hallway that's going to go up and down. And it's basically doing the same thing the room code is doing, except it's going to leave openings. And it needs to know where... Oh, 1 minute. Oh, okay. Needed to stretch. So the rooms need to open up. They need to have doors that open up. So we'll do that. We'll add another thing onto our... Well, no, actually, we don't need to add another thing. We can change it to be... Okay, so generate tiles. This doesn't run generate tiles, does it? No. We're going to change this to be generate room tiles. So that we know that our code, the code is different. Okay. So let's write a thing called make door. And we'll give it an X and a Y to make the door at. We won't call it make door, we'll call it make opening. Because that's what it's going to do. It's not going to make a door, it's going to make an opening. If we want doors later, we can do doors, but right now it's going to be an opening. And so it's going to change, it's going to check if it's A, and then we'll check if the hallway type is vertical or horizontal. Switch based on hallway, case vert, we'll do vert and hor is. Break and case hor is. Break. Okay, so if it's vertical, we want to change, I guess regardless of what happens, we want to change the tiles. Oh, it's a list, not a multi-dimensional array. Okay, so we have to do 4 each. 4 each. I probably could. I probably should. No. Maybe we'll go back and do it later if we find that'll be easier, but the way I'm adding it. Well, no, it could be. It could make it easier. Instead of just adding, we added at a tile location. It doesn't matter because it's getting put into a world list anyway, but for this, that could probably help. And we're already getting a width and a height anyway. Height, not height. Width and a height anyway, so might as well. We need H, W. Yeah, so that'll be that. And then God, my headphone cable keeps screwing me up. Oh, so there's a little bit of wobble in my keyboard. There we go. Tiles Y X equal tile. Yeah, so that'll add it, and then we don't need to do a for each now. We can do tiles YX equals, and then do we have the biome available, or is that just in? Let's put the biome available here so we can grab it whenever. Okay. So we don't need to be public. We don't need to actually access it outside. We just need it. So biome. Let's call it biome. And then biome. Biome equals biome. And now we don't need to do it here, because now we can just call biome. Doesn't really change much, except that it allows us to call it everywhere now, not just that one function. And we'll do that. I guess we don't even need to actually set a parameter now, because we can just use it. Yeah. So that's another parameter we can take out. Do Control F on biome, replace it to biome in the current document. There. Except I bet that replaced, yep, biome. I've been looking at the word biome long enough that it doesn't look right anymore. There we go. Cool. Coolio. Okay. Equals new tile. Not making that mistake again. Biome dot available tiles, and the floor is 4. Right. Yeah. I left a little cheat sheet for myself to remember, so I don't have to try to actually remember what the indices of those are. Okay, so that's going to change the actual tile to be a floor tile. Now, if it's a vertical, let's leave some comments. To be a floor tile. Now change the side wall tiles to be corner tiles. Because now we want them to be corner tiles because the plan is then that opening is going to lead to the hallway. So we want those to be able to connect to the wall, basically. So if it's vertical, we want the tiles on the left and right. So we want tiles x minus 1 y and x plus 1 y. And then we're going to do the same thing down here, but with the y's instead of the x's. So I'll just copy both over and then change it. And y minus 1, y plus 1. There we go. And we'll left corner, right corner. Oh wait, we'll have to check if the y is going up or down. Because that if it's the top of the dungeon, it'll have to be okay. Case vertical. So if y equals 0, do this. Else, if y equals, now I need a room height. Oh, okay, so now we need a room. We'll just do int room number. I'm still setting a room height, right, when I generate the room? Yeah. Oh, that's not gonna work though. Yeah, y equals 0, that won't work. So we need to know, we need to figure out how to get the top of the room. Top and bottoms of the rooms, and the left and rights of the rooms. Okay. So, because it would have been easy before because it was doing one room at a time. Now we have all the rooms laid out. So now we need to figure out how to fix that. How to get the it could do in the location. We can do bounds maybe. Put a public int public. Should I do a point? I don't want to really use system.drawing if I don't have to. Could use a vector, which is another thing I wrote. Physics vector. Yeah, let's choose a vector. Public vector, because it's already in-house anyway, so. Components. Public vector. Top left bound get set. And then we want top left and bottom right. Or, I guess we could do all 4 corners. And then I don't need to check for room width and things, I just need to... Yeah, there we go. We get 4 more things to create. Which means when I create those, I have to get... I don't have to initialize them, I can set them later. So when I go into dungeon generation then, we generate our room. So how did it generate? Oh, I bet it put it over, I bet it's gonna start at 0, 0 both times. Shoot. Okay, so we want it to generate a room and then a hallway. And then it'll connect the next room onto that hallway. Okay. And then we'll do rooms. Rooms dot count -1, because that'd be the most recent. Dot top left bound equals so we need fuck me. Okay. Okay, so top left bound will have to be the top left of the room, obviously. So I'll do this. If ID equals 0, so if it's the first room, then do this. Top left bound equals new component vector 0, 0, 0. And then the top right bound will be we already know the room's ID is 0, 2, so we don't need to really do a room count -1 anymore. Rooms 0 dot width. -1. This will be the height, the length, -1. And this will be the length -1 and 0. So this is the bottom right. And this is the bottom left. Okay. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes, we'll go. Okay. So that's that room taken care of. If y equals rooms, room number, dot top left bound dot y, because we just need the y value for this anyway, so it doesn't matter which one we go with. So if it's the top of the room, do this. If it's the bottom of the room, do this. This will be X. And this one we'll do top right, because now we're checking the left and right sides of the room, so. Sorry about that again. Had to do a food order. Adjust my camera real quick. There we go. It's still a little off. Hey, what's going on, Penguin? How you doing, man? Oh, sorry. Was gone for a minuet, a minute. So, right now we're working on code programming. So, hopefully this is interesting for you. Man, one of these days I'll move out. Oh days, that's flashbacks. Yeah, I always forget that you were CS. +1. Why? Okay. So if it's the top of the room, we need to do the top of the. We need to do the top left and right corners, which are 7 and 8. So 7. Oh god, fuck off. Cables. And then if it's the bottom, we need to do the bottom left and right. Got that backwards though. Wait, we're gonna have to do the. we're gonna have to do the bottom ones for the top because they're going up, and then we need to do them on the left corner. We need to do the right, so 6 and 5, and then this one will be 8. Oh, not 48. 8 and 7. Yeah, so I got myself a. So can you talk about what this is for? Yeah, this is just a game that I've been trying to build just from scratch, just to kind of dip my toes into game development, because I wanted to do it for a while. So this is just me like kind of teaching myself how to do it through a lot of trial and error. Fair warning, all of the code I write is terrible for this because it, like I said, it's me learning, so I'm not doing the most efficient practices of anything. But yeah, this isn't for like work or school or anything. This is more for fun. Okay. Okay, so okay. Now for this one. So if x is equal to the left side bound x, so it's on the left side of the room, then we want to use the top right and the bottom right, top right and the bottom right, which are 8 and 6, so 6, 8, and then probably 5, 7 for this one. So that's literally just going to make the opening. And for right now, to test that, we will do generate room, and then we don't need this. Sorry, my mind just kind of blanked there. I'm trying to figure out what it is I need to do here. We'll put a... We'll just make a opening at 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. At 2, 0. So that should be close to us going up. And then we need room number... Ooh. Oh, ID. for right now. And then hallway, we'll do vert because of where I put it. So that's hard-coded, but I'm gonna change it later, so it doesn't matter. Ooh. Oh. Get rid of all this right now. That code's all gonna have to be rewritten. That code's all gonna commenting this code out all the time, I swear. And that's gonna go away. Alright. There we go, that's built. Come back over here. And this is gonna be broken now, I think. Yeah. So we'll do... Get to build the dungeon biome first now. And then we'll supply that here. And then we don't need dungeon. We don't need... No, that was it. Okay. And... broken. Because I built 2 rooms, not 1. Just build 1 room, thank you. Oh, why do I have 10,000? Oh yeah, 'cause... Yep, okay, forgot. Okay, if... tile... Can I just do that? No. That's what I like about C++, you can just do if something, and if it implies that if that's null, or not null, basically, if it exists. Now, C-sharp's gotta hold your hand a little bit. Okay. Tile was null. If tile not equal to null. Yeah, I forgot that I set up that thing so that it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a multi-dimensional array now, not a list. So there's now 10,000 null tiles, basically. Oh, God. Okay, where's my... Where's the statement? This is what I need. Like I said, not best practices. Cool. That's interesting. Not sure why I did that. Let's go back to here. Make sure that that wasn't from this. Let's see if we caused a whole new set of problems for ourselves. Okay, so it was from that. So what went wrong? Now we know it's from that. Now we can debug. So we'll do that, and then we will come back over here. Build. Stop debugging. And run. Oh. Because I'm setting them to new tiles, that's why. Oh, tiles. Y, X. Dot X equals X. Y. Y. There we go. That should... I have to do that down here. Fuck. Now we just need this. Go here. Here. And then this. Yeah. Yeah. And oh, I copied that. And yeah. Forgot to copy this one. These are wrong though, I just realized I copied over the wrong thing, so. But whatever, we're not using horizontal right now at this very moment anyway, so. That kind of helped, I guess. Not really. That's creating a new tile on tile 4, which is the floor. So this X and Y should be 0, it should be now 2, 0. So Y equals 0, top left bound equals 0, so that's true. Now you want X minus 1, which would be 1, so 1, 0. Should be tile 6. Bottom right corner. Yep. And tile 5 should be bottom left corner. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't change. Oh, because I didn't add it back in. So, generate room tiles. So where am I adding from tiles? That was here, wasn't it? Generation of tiles I was adding it. So it shouldn't have mattered. So, fuck. Okay. Floor. That's what I wanted. Okay. Good. Now this one should change to oh, cause yeah. Okay. Cause I'm dumb. Y x minus 1. It's y first. Y x 1. Y x minus 1. Which means I have to do that for all these, which is fine because I wrote them wrong anyway. Y x plus 1. Y x plus 1. Y x plus 1. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save myself the lines of code. Because I do this often enough also, so I can save myself something. I need to be open link engine though. Okay, tiles, 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 tiles. Let's create another thing. And we'll do int x, int y. X, y. So it'll create the same copy of the tile, add a location, add a coordinate. So make opening. Now we don't need this. We can do this. That'll save us so many lines of code in this section. And we only have to do the check for in the array once. But this has to be x minus 1. I still have to do that. So I guess I'm still typing it twice no matter what. Minus 1. X plus 1. Okay, so we'll try that, see how that works. And hey, we'll do it here too, but not now. Not now. So I forgot about that, but we'll do that later. Bottom right corner. Top left, bottom left corner. Yeah. Okay. Continue. Oh. The tiles don't line up. But yeah, that's what I wanted it to do. That's what it's supposed to look like. I'll just have to do some adjusted tiles, I guess. So, but that's cool. I'm glad that that works the way it should. Okay. So yeah, I'll just have to redo some art tiles then. Awesome. And then when we check for the next room, for the hallway, we have to check. Which that'll make it easier now, because we can check then for where x is either equal to 0, or the width of the room minus 1, or y is equal to 0, or the width of the room minus 1. So it should be somewhere in a hallway, or somewhere along the wall should be a floor tile. And if that's a floor tile, make a hallway there. And now we'll do hx and hy, which we'll need. Parameters for int hx, int hy. But the thing is, no, we should. Oh, okay. So that works, we don't need that right now. Now we need some randomization in here. But might save that for another part, work on it a little bit off camera. So thank you for coming to part 2. I'm gonna hope to keep doing this, so this will be posted on my YouTube channel in a series, so go ahead and check that out. Peace out, guys. Oh, actually, I forgot. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/user/linkn562. So, alright, peace out.